World Weekly Update, stories in and around Japan of interest to me, TokyoBill. Today is August 23rd, 2025. Japanese publisher Shinshosha published a column by journalist Masayuki Takayama in the July 31st issue of its weekly magazine, Shukan Shinsho. Takayama criticized individuals of foreign descent, suggesting they should not use Japanese names if they dislike Japan. Such xenophobic rhetoric denies diversity and could lead to exclusion. The Japan Pen Club, a writers' association, protested against the column, pointing out the publisher's record of platforming those who apparently have a disregard for human rights. Writer Ushio Fukuzawa, mentioned in the column, called for an apology, which Shinshosha later issued. Takayama, however, has not addressed the issue. Japanese billionaire and founder of fashion giant ZOZOTOWN, Yusaku Maezawa, is set to receive a 375-foot superyacht called Project Cosmos. Inspired by Microsoft founder Bill Gates, Maezawa has chosen to own a unique, hydrogen-powered yacht made by German shipbuilder Lürssen. Project Cosmos is powered by a methanol-to-hydrogen fuel cell system that can power every onboard function yet remain silent. Maezawa, who has visited the International Space Station, has always had a space theme in his projects, and his new vessel has been described by Japanese reporters as a space fortress. The innovative and high-tech project was designed by Apple Watch designer Mark Newson, making it the hydrogen-powered superyacht of the future. Office furniture supplier Hitoki is preparing to do its part to help Japan's self-defense by manufacturing heavy doors for underground bomb shelters. Currently, of Japan's nearly 60,000 shelters, only about 4,000 are underground, and none can withstand a nuclear missile attack. Restrictions on defense spending are being relaxed due to threats from North Korea, China, and Russia. The government aims to almost double the capacity of underground shelters, providing space for around 10 million people, with plans to install the first public shelter in the Sakushima Islands, near Taiwan, by 2027. Hitoki is seen as a strong candidate for the door supply part of the project, being the Guinness World Record holder for having built the world's heaviest door. Japan's Financial Services Agency, FSA, is expected to approve the issuance of yen-backed stablecoins this fall, allowing the first domestic digital currency backed by fiat. Tokyo's fintech firm JPYC will register as a money transfer business and lead this effort. The stablecoin aims to maintain a fixed value of 1 JPY coin to 1 yen. The approval comes amid a global stablecoin market rise dominated by dollar-pegged assets. Yen stablecoins could influence Japan's bond market positively as JPYC may increase demand for Japanese government bonds. Countries slow to adopt stablecoins may face higher government bond interest rates due to missing institutional demand. Afuri Ramen has recently closed their second of 3 outlets in Portland. In the United States, ramen is often seen as a poor student's lunch, but it has become more common to see high-end ramen shops in larger cities. The Tokyo-based ramen chain, with locations in Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, and the US, aims to bring Tokyo-style ramen all over the world. Unfortunately, Afuri is apparently having a difficult time gaining appeal in the US market. But foodies should more appreciate the high-quality ingredients, traditional methods used in the creation of this most filling, tasty, and hearty of Japanese dishes. The operator of the Japanese convenience store chain Ministop announced that it has stopped selling deli items at around 1,600 stores due to the faking of expiry dates on some foods. Although no health issues have been reported, Ministop, a part of supermarket chain Aeon, halted sales of onigiri rice balls and bento lunches beginning August 9th and other deli items recently. Ministop expressed sincere apologies to customers affected by this situation. the company found that some workers had extended expiry dates by delaying labels or by replacing them with false dates. The fraud was discovered at 23 stores across various prefectures. 2 suspects were arrested on Monday in connection with the shooting deaths of 2 Japanese tourists in Manila. The shooting occurred on August 15th after the victims, Akinobu Nakayama, 41, and Hideaki Satori, 53, exited a taxi. Surveillance footage showed the taxi stopping, the men exiting, and then collapsing. A motorcycle with 2 riders was then seen speeding away, the attacker having shot the victims and stealing a bag with cash and other items. The next day, a nearby resident reported an abandoned motorcycle linked to the crime, leading to the suspect's identification and arrest. One suspect is thought to have been a tour guide who was in the taxi with the victims before the attack. The Japan Association for the 2025 World Expo in Osaka has reported that, as of Friday, ticket sales have exceeded the break-even point, with 18.66 million entrance tickets sold. Open since mid-April, this has generated over 97 billion yen, or $655 million. The organizer had planned to cover 80% of the $785 million operating expenses with ticket sales, with a break-even point of 18 million tickets. However, the projection of earnings and expenses is uncertain, with the possibility of any unexpected interruptions. The association plans to settle expenses after completing operations in mid-October, including the demolition of facilities after the expo, and says they intend for a balanced budget. Online gaming platform Steam has recently introduced the ability to show language-specific review scores, which helps publishers understand game performance in various regions and consider language localization. However, a Japanese streamer named Shinji-san pointed out that many reviews from Japanese users tend to be largely complaining in nature, which may lead some developers to avoid early Japanese language support to prevent accumulating bad reviews. Research shows Japanese users leave more negative reviewers than users from other countries, and tend not to comment on positive experiences. Despite concerns, many publishers are not withholding Japanese language support, instead calling for more positive reviews from players. 98-year-old Toshiko Sugiuchi, the oldest professional player of Go, has announced her retirement effective August 20th. She became a professional Go player in 1942 and won her first title in 1953. She won the Women's Honinbo Championship 4 times in a row, bringing her total to 10 titles. Sugiuchi continued playing Go even after turning 90, surpassing her husband's record in April 2024. After missing 2 Go matches in June and July due to poor health, she has decided to retire. Her career record was 635 wins, 970 losses, and 6 draws. She is due to be promoted to 9th Dan on the 21st, the first woman to achieve this rank. The Tokyo Stock Exchange has approved Orion Breweries, or Orion Breweries if you prefer, for listing on its Prime section starting September 25th. Making it the first publicly traded manufacturer from Okinawa Prefecture in Japan. The brewery plans to set its shares at 770 yen each in an initial public offering to raise 19 billion yen. It forecasts a 4.3% increase in consolidated sales to 30 billion yen and a 13.4% rise in operating profit to 4 billion yen for the year ending next March. After facing challenges during the pandemic, Orion aims to improve earnings by leveraging tourism demand in Okinawa. Founded in 1957, it was acquired in 2019 by U.S. investment fund Carlyle Group and Japanese securities firm Nomura Holdings for about 57 billion yen. In a revamp of official written Japanese, the Agency for Cultural Affairs has recommended replacing the Kunrei romanization system for the Japanese language, used for 70 years, with the more popular Hepburn-style system. The changes are expected to be approved this fiscal year and implemented in textbooks. The Hepburn system spells chi as CHI and fu as FU, unlike the Kunrei system, which uses TI and HU. This update will also affect the spellings of shi, ji, and su. Double consonants will be shown by repeating the letters, while long vowels can use macrons or doubled letters. Personal name spellings will be decided by individuals. This comes after a formal review request in 2022. Japan has announced plans to train 30,000 AI professionals in Africa over the next 3 years at the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD. The conference, co-chaired by Prime Minister Ishiba, will involve 49 countries and focus on Africa's development. The median age of Africa's population is 19, and Japan plans to support 300,000 human resources, including 30,000 for AI-related industries. Additionally, Japan has proposed a new initiative to strengthen international cooperation by treating India, the Middle East, and Africa as a single economic zone under the Indian Ocean Africa Economic Zone Initiative. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending August 23rd. These and other stories, and any local craft beer events going on around the Tokyo area, you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.